Okay, now I'm going to show you how to transfer the chips off of the cartridges and onto the continuous sync system cartridge. Now, we have the COC chip and we also have an ARC chip. Sometimes the ARC chip becomes unstable, so you can use the Canon chip or you can use our COC chip. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm going to take it off. Okay, now this is the Canon chip, and what it's done, it's been pressed on. You can tell because you can feel there's a little mushroom, we call them, on top. That's where they're put on, then we put a heat seal or a little bit of heat to hold it on. Now on some of our cartridges, our continuous sync system, we planned it so the chip could come right off. It was glued on with a thing called glue dots. We supplied them in the kits. Those chips are easy to get off. You just take it off, take the COC chip, put another glue dot on, and put it back on. Some of the continuous sync system cartridges were put on the same way Canon was. So you have to take a little X-Acto knife, take the tops off carefully. Right there, that came off very easy. That one fell right off. When you're taking them off, like with the Canon, you don't want to try to pry them off from up here. If you're going to take them off, you're going to take them off after you cut this. Cut another one. And then from the back, you can lift it up. You want to stay away from the top because right here is a little crystal. You can, if you stick your X-Acto knife in there, you'll crack it. So, once you take it off, then you can stick the chip on like that. Okay? That's how simple it was. You can get some of these glue dots. You can buy them in Walmarts or any craft store. They're better than glue because once you put it on a piece of plastic, you can stick just about anything to it. There. That's how simple it is. The COC chip will go down, and then you're going to shut off the ink monitor for that color. And you don't have to deal with the problems with open the lid, turn it off, take the cartridge out, unplug the print. Sometimes if you're doing a lot of printing, that gets to be annoying. Now you go back up, you'll see the 130. You're going to hold down that stop button again. The best part about it is once you do this once, it's going to go away. See? The orange light went away. And then it'll resume printing. And if you notice, that color has been grayed out. Now those two colors won't come back up again. Now, if you were to put Canon cartridges in, all the ink levels would come back up. The printer would operate just like the day you got it. So using the COC chip makes it a lot easier. Because now, once that happens, you just keep printing. You don't have to keep opening the lid, taking out the stopper, letting the cartridges come over. You don't have to do that anymore. Okay, now I'm doing solid red, just so I can speed this along and show you. Now you're going to get that exclamation mark. That's the first thing you're going to get. Now, so far I have the magenta, which is red, cyan's blue, and then the photo black will be my last colors. Okay, there now I'm showing the red or the magenta has the X over it. Now we're going to go up to the printer. There again, you can see the yellow lights on. You've got your U41 code. So we're going to go over. I'm going to hold down the stop button. You'll see that light goes out. Then I'm going to let go. Now it's going to let me resume printing. Now I resume printing with the magenta, the red, and if you look real close, I don't know if I can get close enough, there's a tiny bit of magenta left, so it's allowing me to continue to print. But soon it's going to stop me. It's going to give me the other U code, which I'll show you in a minute. That's how you shut off all the colors. Then you can just keep printing all you want. Okay, now we're going to shut off the magenta. You can see there's a question mark. And up here, it shows you the code on the printer. Magenta 130. Go over. The warning light is on. Hold down the stop button. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Keep holding it down till that light goes out. Then it shuts off. That's the way you shut off the ink monitor. Now we've got 2 more colors to go. If you notice the photo black very rarely moves, that's because we're not running any photos. All we're doing is running solid color, so we can show you how to shut everything off. Now you can see we're running solid colors, so we can shut the ink monitor off. The COC chips are just like the Canon chips. You can do the exact same thing using a Canon chip, but if you don't have them, we can supply you the COC chip, more stable. Okay, now I've done the same thing on the MG-5320. It'll come up, give you a code that you're out of a color. Hold down the stop. The light will come on. That'll disappear. And then the color, you can see here, the color will be grayed out. Okay, this is the test that we ran on our continuous sync system with the COC chips to get it so we could shut off the ink monitor. Solid blue, solid reds, solid black, yellows, all different colors. This is all we ran. The system, there's a solid red. We had to run all of this in our testing to show you that by shutting off the ink monitor, when you're running a lot of solids or when you're printing a lot, it's better than using an ARC chip. The ARC chip is good if you're moderate to low volume, that's fine. But when you're going to start printing a lot and you don't want to keep dealing with turning the printer off and on, this is the best way to do it. Put our COC chip on or use your Canon chip and shut off the ink monitor.